everyone, welcome back to my week 24 twin pregnancy update. Okay, so I'm at week 24, which officially means I am 6 months pregnant, which is just so incredible. I can't even believe that I'm 6 months pregnant. It's wow. That means I have 3 months left of my pregnancy, which is just incredible. And I'm just really happy to be here. I'm so blown away by the fact that time is going by so fast, and it's unbelievable. So wow. So thank you so much for all your continued support. I'm so happy to be able to share these videos and updates with you guys. So yeah, so this week on the app, I am week 24, obviously, and it says the fetus is the size of an eggplant. Again, I don't know what size eggplant that is, but it says that from head to heels, the babies are 12.5 inches. So that's just about a foot. And they weigh about a pound, 1.5 pounds. So yeah, I actually heard somewhere else, I read somewhere else that the length of the babies actually doesn't grow that much from this point forward. It's more that they grow in width. So this is, where they continue to gain weight from this point forward steadily. So that's good. I can't imagine them getting like too much longer in my stomach. I can feel them, or it's not my stomach. I need to clarify, it's my belly, because they're not inside my stomach, obviously. But they are both, I can feel one baby B here on this side and baby A on this side. I'm in my pajamas, by the way. I just woke up. It's Sunday morning. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both still head down and then their feet up, and I'm feeling all of the kicks in here. Like, whoa, so many kicks, so strong, so hard, like, and yeah, like I said last week, it's at the point now where I just look down at my stomach and I can see like this kind of action going on, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I guess they consistently continue to steadily gain weight from this point forward, and yeah, that's amazing. Physically, the biggest thing that I'm feeling this week is just big, noticeably bigger. And for me, when I talk about being big, I'm not talking about how much weight I've gained. That's not something that's important to me at all. I don't even own a scale. For me, it's just about feeling heavy. It's about the heaviness and the largeness, and it feels like a lot. I'm carrying a lot of extra just weight in my belly, and I can feel it sort of, especially I'm pretty sure both of their heads are down in my pelvis, so I can feel sort of like babies' heads going like this in my pelvis. And that feeling I would compare to the end of my pregnancy with Safia. So the fact that I'm feeling this at 6 months is, yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I have 3 more months of having that particular sensation, which is interesting to say the least. So yeah, just overall heaviness, sort of feel like I'm carrying like a bowling ball in my front region. So yeah, and I anticipate that will continue to get heavier and heavier as the time goes on. So yeah, it's definitely getting a little bit more challenging to sleep. I can't sleep on my back, I can't sleep on my stomach. And then when I go over to roll over to my left or right side, I can feel the babies kicking on whatever side I'm going onto. So I'm worried sometimes that I'm like squishing them, and then I'm like, well, how am I supposed to sleep? So yeah, it's just about trying to get comfortable. And I have this sort of like wedge pillow thing that I'm going to talk about in one of my other videos for things to get. But it's sort of like a wedge, and I just have to like wedge it under my stomach when I'm lying on the side. And it's also really helpful for when we're like watching TV at night, and I can just sort of like wedge it under my stomach, or else it just hurts to just be on my side, period. So yeah, and then like in terms of sitting, like I have to be on an exercise ball or something, or else it's just so uncomfortable. Yeah, I had some like major achy sensations during this last week. Major, like crampy aching, especially down, sort of like down, sort of like more towards like this sort of region down here. And yeah, I was like, oh my God, is this what it's gonna be like? But the next morning, I did a yoga class. Yoga is magic. It literally fixes everything that's going on in my body. Seriously. I did a 45-minute class just at home, in my room, and just that little bit of movement a day just can help so much with that sort of aching and crampy feeling. So yoga is absolutely magic, and yeah, it was a good reminder for me just to get into my body and just move, like moving my, just moving. It feels so good. Yeah, I'd say emotionally, my emotions are just like, I'm so sensitive right now because obviously, carrying twins, it's just an emotional thing, just being pregnant in general. But I especially felt my emotions this week. I could cry at just about anything. Yeah, I was starting to feel a little bit emotional about like, just trying to enjoy, not trying, I am enjoying this time so much with Safia and Matisse, and thinking about how this is sort of, the last few months that we're going to be together as, here I go, start crying again, as a family of 3. And it's just, yeah, I just want to like drink in every single second and every single moment. I don't want like any time to pass, and I just want to enjoy it as much as I can, and just be in the moment. And because everything is going to change so much when the twins come, and so just enjoying this quiet time together as a family, it's just such a sacred time. And yeah, so I was feeling really emotional about that this week, and just trusting. And there's just, pregnancy is just like, it just really comes down to trusting. And there's just so many unknowns when you're pregnant, and one of them being is like, it's just wild to think about loving another child, let alone 2 other children, when I've just loved, my daughter so much. It's hard to think about sharing that love, but it's just gonna happen. That's just what happens. And I think every parent or the majority of parents that go through having, one child and then they go on to have more children, they're always gonna feel that feeling before having, more kids. It's like, am I gonna be able to share my time, and am I gonna be able to give my, my firstborn the attention that they're so used to getting? It's just gonna be so different, because Safia gets so much of our attention and everyone's attention right now. So most of the time I've really come to peace with that, and knowing like, obviously it's just gonna happen, and it's gonna be amazing, and there will be challenges for sure in the beginning, and like with sleep and just adjusting to having 3 kids and having a different schedule will be an adjustment, but I know it'll be amazing and incredible all at the same time. So it's just about trusting in that, and surrendering and letting go. But yeah, I've definitely been feeling emotional about that this week. So yeah. Whew, still just wiping some tears away about that one. You know, pregnancy is such a sacred and incredible time. I really think it's one of the most beautiful, special times that I've experienced in my life. And, you know, it's just a time to really tap into what it is that you're feeling, feel what you're feeling. It's just so important to tap into your intuition and listen to what all of the messages that you're receiving and your body are telling you. And it's I feel that very strongly right now. Like I always say to Matisse, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like fully psychic right now. Like I can just tap in to so many things. I feel very sensitive, very intuitive, which is incredible. I love that. And it's something like, definitely my first pregnancy with Safia made me so much more intuitive, and I'm feeling it so much stronger this time around, and I think it will for sure continue with me even after the babies are born. But yeah, just listening to that inner voice and what, you know, listening to that, not only just listening to that inner voice, but then also hearing it, trusting it and going with it, which, you know, can be hard, but then once you begin to practice that muscle of using your intuition, it just gets easier and easier and easier. And yeah, I've really noticed that big time with this pregnancy. I can't believe like how connected I feel with myself. So yeah, it's been it's been such a special, incredible experience. I've been saying to Matisse actually that this pregnancy I think has been one of the most life-changing things I've ever gone through in my life. It's just been so incredible. I've learned so much and I'm super grateful for it. So yeah, it's been such an incredible journey so far, and I have so much more to my journey, and then it turns into the journey of mothering twins, which is like the beginning of a whole other journey and experience. So it's just been unbelievable. Okay, last but not least, bump shot. Okay, I'm just in my PJs here, so, and which is exactly what I want to be in like all the time right now. But here is my bump. Whew, there it is. Yeah. Feeling pretty big for 6 months, let me tell ya. Thank you so much for tuning into my video this week. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. So you can stay up to date on all of my updates and lots of other fun stuff that I plan on putting out there. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again next week. Ciao!